Hey guys, DMic here for another episode of Super Mario Galaxy. We got a whole bunch done last episode, and we're going to be picking up some odds and ends today. Some of the stars that I hadn't quite finished in some of the other galaxies, which apparently I actually have done all of these ones, so just kidding. The reality of my situation is that we're kind of running out of stars to do here prior to the game kind of booting us out. There's only so much that you can do prior to the quote-unquote final boss, and I would like to have all of these done in advance if I can. You can do these in whatever order that you want to. So it really does not matter when you choose to do things. There's a few stars that I have kind of just hanging loose that I'm going to try to pick up today. Thankfully, they're all in close proximity to each other, so I don't have to really go too far. But I'd like to get as much of the early stuff done as I can, so that way by the time I do take on the final boss and we move on to the second half of the game, or I guess like the last 3/5, I don't know. Because the situation that I'm going to run into is that I'm close to, I have 60 stars right now, which is, we're at the halfway point. So I guess I shouldn't say 3/5, I should say 2/5. So we're about halfway to being done with the game. We're exactly halfway. And I would like to try to knock out all of the hanging chads, the loose leaf paper, the whatever you want to call the stragglers of this game as I run in circles that I can't control. I want to have all of that done, so by the time I actually come around to unlocking the final dome and doing those stars, that I can focus on the more higher priority stuff, which, and by higher priority, I just literally mean the remaining priority. So this is the star, this is the Topman star. Those little Beyblade, kind of yo-yo looking things, spinning tops, dreidels. You can bump into them, and bumping into them, especially when you hit them into a current, will force them to explode chaotically, and then you'll be able to, in this case, like unlock a dome bubble thingy for Lumas to give you somewhere else to be. So that's nice. So we got a little gravity section here. Everybody loves gravity sections, right? I would say I am ambivalent to gravity sections. As much as I love gravity sections, they're only made more enjoyable by motion controls. So we got that going for us. You thought you could escape it. You can't, but you can snag a 1-up right there. That was definitely intentional. Not just the luck of a wild jump. That's never happened before when I play games. Everything is very calculated, intentional, conscious. Also, going back to the word ambivalent, up until like maybe 10 years ago, I thought that word was pronounced ambivalent. So this Let's Play, my life, everything is a learning process. Don't let the language you're born with, that doesn't make any sense. Don't let the language that you speak get you down. I don't think we're born with languages except for goo goo gagas. I always think that it's kind of interesting, language in general, because there's so many things that can change based on the dialect, where you're from, kind of the cultural differences, who's teaching you the language that you speak. And there's plenty of things that are said very similarly, but also different depending upon what language you choose. I remember I took some French classes at one point in my life, and according to the French, and according to my French class French, let's be specific here because I might butcher this, and I am very sorry. But according to them, ducks don't go quack quack, they go quack quack. And I think that's pretty great. So we're just learning stuff all the time. So let the Topman. That was bad. Oh boy. This is not ideal. Okay, okay. All right, all right. Let's find our center here. So these topmen guys here are gonna come at you. They're coming hot. You're gonna wanna Luma spin into their bodies and smash them into the electricity. Also, that was super cool that the game. Oh, let's let the cinematic happen. That might be a thumbnail. It's cool that the game deprived me of that coin. So the odds of me dying here are a third greater than I would have liked them to be. Like them to be, not like them to have be. See, speaking of language, we're doing great with it today. Don't worry, folks, I'm not having a stroke, as much as it might appear to be so. So here's a life shroom slash one-up Luma, if you need it. He'll help you out for this very difficult boss fight. Do what works for you. So we've got the grand topmen here with their spawn. They kind of look like little yellow UFOs or jellyfish. And clearly the parent topman is none too concerned with their youth here, willing to just smash into them as well. But maybe that's just a product of their environment. Maybe it's a cultural thing for topmen. You just can't avoid it. When you're just flailing around all crazy, sometimes you just gotta smash into your kids. So the lesson learned is get the heck out of the way, children. That's a lesson that's actually for, you know, all shapes and sizes, ages, creeds and colors. Just get out of the way. Especially if a man is hangry, you don't want to interfere with that. So we're actually pretty close to finishing this dome. There is a comet that we can do. We have one more of the space junk galaxy that we can do. There might be a comet for this one as well, I don't remember. That's also a theme of this Let's Play, is my memory being very questionable. So I think this was actually one of the stars I was supposed to do, or had planned to do in the order that it was given to me. But I got distracted, so I will use that as an excuse. Don't mind me. Maybe we'll just say it's a reason. Excuse sounds so negative. It's a reason. It's so logical. You know, life gets in the way. You just get a little distracted. What can you do? What can you do? We're just doing our best, right? That's all you can ever ask for. Just, you know, shoot for the stars and you might land on the moon, right? How about that? So there is that Hungry Luma, and I think that we already did that. Maybe. I'm gonna try to do this star as intended, or not. Okay, great. I would like to fall down there. Okay. There was another pole star, but I didn't see it. So I was a little curious why I wasn't being afforded the opportunity to do that. I don't know. Yeah, see, it's been a long time since I've come back here, and I don't know. I mean, this Hungry Luma wouldn't be here if I'd done it. So let's see how many he needs, or it needs. 50. How many do we have? 34. Okay. So we're gonna be on a little bit of a quest here to get us 16 star bits. This actually would be, I think, considered like a hidden star or like an alternative star. So we will take care of that here as soon as we can. Running around in these little flowery bits, also known as, I think, bushes, shrubs, whatever you want to call them. Gets you some star bits. If you smash into Goombas, that also will get you star bits. So we need 3 more. We might actually be able to get the allotted 50 right here, yes. And that's a life, so how about you just get a life, everybody? I think I made that joke last time. We are at the point in the Let's Play with episode whatever this is, 15, 14, that I am recycling jokes because I am unoriginal and uncreative. So we're gonna find that Hungry Luma and stuff his face full of delicious candies. I don't remember where he is. I thought he was near the pole star, so we're gonna try to orient ourselves that way. Nope, let's not fall back into the fishbowl. There we go. and wander around. This is a sphere, so we should be able to find him eventually. Okay. So let's talk to him. Make sure that the reticle is on, especially when you have exact amounts of what you're trying to feed this boy or girl or it, whatever, because if you don't have the correct amount, or if you only have the exact amount and you misfire a few, you're gonna have to find them, so. Okay, so we did not do this. This is new. This is a alternative path to this Yoshi head with all these Goombas on it. And I do believe that the goal here is to this is a mass extinction event of Goombas. Okay, you can't go up on Yoshi's eyeballs. Just on his big fat schnoz. It would be nice if the game could, you know, throw you a bone here and give you, you know, a star to kind of go and rampage, but you don't actually get, there's no reward here. You can get a combo system. Okay, that's not cool. You can get a combo going if you step on so many Goombas at once. I feel like you get a life if you get so many in a row. But like my depth perception here isn't great, so I'm not entirely sure where I'm supposed to be hitting and like landing. I'm trying to use the shadow of Mario's luscious behind, but it can be kind of tough. There's quite a few here in close proximity, so I might be able to land on a few here. See if we can get. All right, so our current maximum is 3. I almost died there, actually. So I'm not entirely sure what happens. This makes me think to Odyssey, where if you had a bunch of Goombas, you could have them all line up, and you'd wind up with a stack, Goomba stack. That'd actually be a pretty cool name for like a video game themed band. Welcome to the stage, Goomba stack. Kind of sounds like Hooba Stank. Maybe it's a chiptune themed cover band of Hoobastank, Goomba Stack. And to copyright that after this video is done, so no stealing, finders keepers. Don't you dare infringe on my intellectual property, or I will come after you with the force of 1,000 suns. Also, I am just kidding. I am too lazy for that. I've got better things to do with my time, like dream about how much I love charcuterie. So if you're not dreaming about charcuterie, what are you doing with your life? Who doesn't love delicious deli meats and cheeses? Especially the fancy ones that come in those cool packs. It's like adult Lunchables. Okay, so this is a retread of the Topman star that we just did. This is the Daredevil Run, so for those of you who are new to what that means, or just forgot like I did, you get one shot, one life, one opportunity. This is your moment to blow. Mom's spaghetti, knees weak, arms are heavy, whatever. So you gotta fight Topman here again. You only get one life to live. You still get plenty of opportunities for star bits though. Just don't get knocked into the electricities by hers, its, I don't know. This feels kind of matriarchal. Can you just excuse me? Thank you. All right, so we just killed their children. We're doing great. They're not doing great. The only thing you gotta be mindful of is that as soon as the Topman takes the damage, they are gonna come after you and be pretty fired up. But conveniently, they just kind of, I mean, they killed themselves, really. Guess life just wasn't worth living, but that's like 2 stars in like a minute. Hot dang. That's amazing. We're doing great, guys. We are doing so great. This episode might be a shorter one based on how not long it's taken me to do this stuff. You guys are getting prime DMic today. He is really on his game. Or these stars are just really easy. So we'll go ahead and wrap up Space Junk the way that the stars intended. So we will actually do the Tarantox Tangled Web as it was meant to be. And because we've already been here, we can skip all this guff. Thank goodness. Wouldn't want to watch this stupid cutscene that somebody painstakingly made. Heck on those creatives. Anyway, let's collect some star bits. Yeah, let's get some collateral while we're here. Some capital gains, you know? Let's invest. Invest in star bits, everybody. They're booming. It's a very timely joke. Also something that I know nothing about. So I think that, ooh, excuse me. I believe that we're going to want to use the, ooh, okay. Okay. So previously we were given the chance to fly to those orbs, and that's where the mission would mostly take place. So now we can use that launch star that's on the inside of this, but we have to get to it first. So in the meantime of us trying to get to where that is, we're going to try to find out where we started again. I'm actually pretty skilled at not having good sense of direction. So when in doubt, do not follow me or you will probably die in the wilderness. I do know how to do certain survival skills though. You know, I can build a fire if you give me a lighter. I can build a shelter if I bring a tent. So, you know, I can find water if you give me a bowl that I can collect rain with. So, you know, it's not all helpless. Sometimes you just need a little nudge in the right direction. So here we go. Here is the launch star that's gonna blast us through that orb. That's a speedrunning joke for those of you who don't watch those. Okay. So here's what's intended. A little bit of shift in tone here with this spoopy music. So now we're oh boy. Well, see ya. Put that one in the fail compilation. That was definitely intended to show you what happens if you bump into these spiders. Okay, so you can just kind of sidestep if you're being mindful and not a complete doofus. So we got this toad here. And we're gonna launch him out of the way. And that is just kind of a tutorial on how to do these little spiderweb launchers. It would have been kind of funny if we just launched, like, I don't know if you can just launch toad anywhere. Like, bye, see ya. All right, well, we just killed that toad. So, bye-bye, my guy. Hopefully the gravity here will pull us in. It does. How do we feel about spiders, everybody? What are we thinking? There's a live stream, so that's kind of haunting. So we might be encountering some sort of a boss coming up soon. How do we feel about spiders? Oh, this is a boss, okay. Well, you know what? We're just gonna do it with 3 because I think we can handle it. So go ahead and launch Mario into this gigantic spider butthole. There are toads here that we want to get out of the way because they are taking up precious spider web launching areas. And we're gonna launch ourselves into one here in a second. Try not to get rid of those coins because you're gonna want them. So don't spoil your coinage. Okay, so this is Tarantox, who is full of goo. You're gonna wanna lead Tarantox around the arena here. Tarantox is pretty gnarly here. But yeah, spiders, like, come on, man. Like, spiders get such a bad rap. I know that everybody thinks that they're kind of gross and, you know, that you don't want to be around them. But I mean, think about how many of the things that spiders are bros with and they help us. And spiders don't complain. They just make cool geometry, like cool webs and stuff. And here we are as humans thinking that we're too good for that. They're getting rid of like mosquitoes and gnats and flies and stuff. Spiders are totally bros. Anytime that I see a spider and it is, you know, it's in my living space, I'll respect it as long as it's not causing trouble. Or what I'll normally do is I'll give it safe harbor somewhere else, you know? Okay. That's not good. So Tarantox is kind of being a bit of a butt. And we are having a little bit of trouble here. So thankfully you can just put your pointer over here. Okay, maybe that live stream would have been nice. Maybe. So we need to find a coin as soon as we can and collect it, or this is going to be a very short-lived boss fight. So we're gonna try to smack Tarantox on the bum here. So you don't actually need to take out those the green blobs on the side of its body. That's not required. What that essentially does is prevent it from spewing its Mountain Dew on you. So if you don't want that, or maybe it's like Ecto Cooler. Maybe it's like the what's that crap? High C, yeah. Oh, I shouldn't say crap. I love High C. What am I doing? I've just betrayed my childhood. I've never actually, you know, been much in tune with like Ghostbusters and stuff, but I know that that's what that's from, I think. I remember it being a delicious, very nutritious, not artificial in any way, color or flavor treat. Okay. We got a bunch of star bits on that one. And there's a Hungry Luma outside the fountain. So I think we'll wrap up with that. And then the next episode... Actually, you know what? Hold on. Let's see what this is first. And see if I even have enough star bits for it. 400. Okay. So this was an earlier one that I could have done that I missed. So thankfully we do have enough. If this is a fun one, then I'll do it. If it's not, then I'll just save it for next time. The Sling Pod Galaxy. I don't know. We just Sling Podded. We just fought a boss. We did pretty well in this episode. We're actually going to cut this one a little short. And then... Wait, hold on. Let's do the math here in our head so we don't forget. I'm going to have to figure this one. Actually, you know what? We're going to do one more. I teased you. I teased you guys. You thought we weren't going to do it. And then I changed my mind. So this is a very sticky situation. Let's see what Mario's getting his hands into. Oh, boy. Okay, so this doesn't look like complete garbage or anything, but there's a lot of star bits. That's what's nice about some of these Hungry Luma missions, is that they give you a chance to replenish your star bit count. Okay. So this mission is made to follow directly after the Tarantox one. You don't have to do it then, but I feel like it gives you kind of a good leg up on how to pursue it. So there's cannons. There's us falling into a black hole from far away. Oops. That was just a demo on how to not do that. And there's all these star bits that are over here by these mines that we can't grab. So the game is absolutely teasing us. Okay, so with these sling pods, the game is pretty finicky in what it's asking you to do. I thought that I had it pretty exact, but I didn't. So you gotta really... Okay, see, like, once again, I'm off by, like... You know, based on screen size, I'm off by, like, half an inch. And it's sending me to oblivion. But hey, I'm getting all these star bits, so that's great. And I just got one of the lives back that I lost. So hey, we're doing awesome. I feel like trying to speedrun this star would be a pain in the butt, in my opinion. So I'm just gonna try to aim a little better this time around. The key word here, and it's always kind of been the case with this Let's Play and all of the ones that I do, is try, because I'm always trying. That does not mean that I'm not going to fail miserably while all of you are watching me. So you got a small window here that you're gonna wanna... Oh yeah, look at all this. Look at all these star bits. We like that. It's a very addictive gameplay quality. Okay. So yeah, scoop those up as you can. Get all these star bits. We already got 130-ish. 130-ish, as if 129 is not good enough to say. I apologize to the number 129 for disrespecting it. Okay, so we're gonna hop back into... Ooh, that's very tempting to go down there, but I don't trust it. I've already lost this level twice, so... I'd like to finish this sometime today, based on my time limit, which I was gonna come in on time and under budget, but just kidding. I got very impulsive, and I was, you know, only thinking about you guys and wanting to see more content, I'm sure. Okay, so this is a bit tricky. Well, okay. So that's death. There's no checkpoints in this mission either, which is kind of a butt. And, you know? Oh, just kidding, there is. Hey, all right, I lied. Being wrong pays off for once. And we get another hack at all of those delicious star bits again. 155 is pretty awesome. I mean, the Luma itself to get here took 400, so this is the game essentially giving us a chance to almost get half of that back just in the first half of the star. So that's really nice. Very thoughtful of the game to replenish our resources here. Okay, so let's try to go this way this time. Maybe this will be easier. You just gotta really time it right. There's a ton right there. Oh my. Yeah, this is all about timing. All about timing and skill and not being a bonehead. Okay, so here it is. Here it is, folks. We did it. Shazam. That wasn't too bad, was it? It's a very spidery episode. And we're back to the observatory as per usual when we do a Hungry Luma. And that's where we're gonna stop, actually. With our 65th star. And we'll rack all those up, and we will save, as we do now at the end of every episode, because we're not as much of an imbecile. So anyway, thanks for joining me, everybody. Hope you had some fun. Hopefully you didn't get the willies from your arachnophobia. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.